If you need to track your subscriptions, this is definitely the way to go. The user experience is fantastic. It's called SUBLY, and it's really great at adding subscriptions and keeping track of them. Plus, you also know what expenses you have right now, in a month, in a year, etc. And the analytics are also great. This was actually recommended to me by Kristen. So let me show you what I'm talking about right now. The subscription management system that I'm talking about, it's called SUBLY, and right now it's in a lifetime deal. It starts off at $29 for the lifetime deal. Now this started off at $19 and they just raised the price. So as of this video, it's $29 and it might go up later on. Now I was dumb enough to skip on it at $19, but I'm not dumb anymore. Now this is definitely worth it if you like user experience. Now, what does that $29 get you? Well, it's this right here. This is a plan. You can track 100 subscriptions. Now, if you need to track more subscriptions, you need to stack codes. In my case, I'm going to stack 2. Right now I'm at 1, but I'm thinking I will be needing 2. So let me show you SUBLY. Now, the first thing that you're going to be asking yourself is, hey, I can track my subscriptions on Google Sheets, on AirMeet, or something like that. But let's be realistic, it's not professional and it's not gonna be as good looking as this one. So if you're looking for something dedicated, this is the way to go. Now, this is some of the subscriptions I've added as of like 3 days ago. And I stopped adding these because I wanted to make this video. And before it gets personal with more data, I wanna show it as it is right now. So as of now, I have added, for example, my bank cards, my entertainment systems here, my insurance, and I can add more to these. Now, this is my personal stuff, and right now it's saying that it's at $361 a month. So that's what I have in this expensive, and I haven't even added like 10% of what I'm paying. And if I go to my business section right here for my projects, here it is. This is what I'm actually paying for my business right now. And again, I haven't added all my subscriptions here. But right now it's at $86.25. Now, one of the cool features that this has is that it will also convert the currencies. You could set the main currency, which is USD, as I have it right here, and you could add any currency when you add a subscription. So in this case, for example, this bank card is my annual payment for my American Express, and it's in pesos, which is Mexican pesos, but it automatically converts it to the main currency, which is dollars, which is pretty cool because I can add different currencies and I won't have any issues knowing what the main currency is. So for example, how easy it is to add a currency, to add a subscription. Let's click on new subscription. I can search for something like, I don't know, I could add again Adobe, Adobe Creative Cloud. I can search for this. If it's available, you'll see it there and it already have the icon and the website link and the category. If not, we can just go ahead and add the website here and it'll automatically add the icon from the website. So I can change the name here, change the category. I can create categories also. I can change the color for the style of the background. You can see that there. This is just to find it easier, okay? We can add the expense right here. So for example, how much are we paying for this? I could say $100. Is it recurring or a one-time? Now, you can use this for a one-time, like lifetime deals, like the one we're buying with SUBLY, but I would recommend this to use more for subscriptions, keeping track of subscriptions. I mean, for one-time payments, use a Google Sheet. I mean, there's nothing special about that. There's no alerts, there's no recurring payments or anything like that. So recommended for subscriptions. Next we have is a billing period. So how often is this getting paid? For example, per month, or for example, years. I have subscriptions where I pay every 3 years. So I can set it like this. The next payment is gonna be in 2023, 24, and we can set the date here. So it knows when we're going to have to pay. The reminders, you can set reminders, for example, here, before days, reminder 2, reminder 3. So you have up to 3 reminders that a payment is coming. Maybe you need to do it because you need to cancel the subscription, or maybe just to know that the payment is going to come. So you have enough credit on your credit card or your debit card, etc. Additional information, which would be the payment methods. I've added some of mine right here. By default, it has PayPal, credit card, just like basic ones, but I added my own to keep a better track. And last but not least, the notes. Add subscription and you're good to go. I mean, that's added and it'll do the calculations for you. It's gonna automatically add the month comparison, the recurring expenses, and just like that, it keeps adding. Now, if you think this is too bulky, when you see this, there's also different views, like the table one, there's also the calendar view, but I like this one. I mean, I like it as of now, but I know that when I add a bunch of subscriptions, like 50, 60 subscriptions, I'm gonna like the list more because it's gonna be more compact. Next, we have view by category, by period, by payment method, by active or inactive, because you can deactivate them and activate them in case you deactivate subscriptions and activate them later on. And that's how it goes. If we need to edit these, it's easy. We just click on it. Well, actually, we can view more information inside of it, and we can also edit it. So if I edit, I can change the project to my business side if I need to. So if I create it by mistake in the personal section, I can send it to another project section and update the payment systems, the card and all of that really easily. So it's super easy. Like I said, the user experience is great with this. And the key feature of this, aside from just adding these subscriptions here, is actually the reports. This is where it shines in my personal experience, okay? So for example, you have your monthly expenses here, your subscription cost, average, most expensive subscription, most affordable subscription. And then we have, which is I think really important, what am I looking forward to pay next month, okay? So for example, it's November right now. So what do I have to pay for December? So I know that I need $84 for my subscription, okay? But then on February, we got a big payment because one of those annual payments is going to hit on February. So that's why it went higher. And now I know that in February, my payments are going to be higher. Now, once I add all my subscriptions, this is gonna be like up and down, but I'll know what I have to pay in the next coming months, which I think is really important. Next we have is the category breakdown. If I hover over this, it's going to tell us what I'm paying most. You can see like insurance is one of the biggest ones that I pay. And the next one would be gaming. I guess it's entertainment. No, it's gaming because it's a PlayStation one that I have. And then we have the upcoming payments here by list, which is pretty cool. Payment methods, like what payments are gonna go to each one of these cards. And I've added a few in the beginning to my general credit card, which I need to fix this because I need to add it with specific cards. So I'm actually keeping track like I should, okay? Now, there's also team members coming soon. It's not available yet, but it's in the roadmap. And then the settings. Now, when you get started, don't make the mistake I made. Like you saw right now with the credit card. I added credit card in general use, but I should have created my own credit card separately. So I start from the beginning correctly. So do start from this section, settings. First of all, set your global currency. If you're not going to use USD, change it, okay? It's super easy to do. Next we have is categories. You will have categories that are not available here. So add them, okay? Add them before you start. And then we have the payment methods. Like I said, I've added my own. You can select from the cards available here. For example, cash, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and all of those, PayPal, Apple Pay, and all of those. And you can then use them on your subscriptions. And you can also use light mode or dark theme. In my case, I prefer dark theme, but for this video, I'm gonna keep it light, okay? So this is where I recommend you get started, okay? And on this little left side, we have the count from our subscription. Remember, the $29 plan gets you 100 subscriptions. So I've added 23. Now, when I just got started, like I said, I've added a bunch of these right here, and I know I'm not even at 10%. So right off the bat, I know I'm not gonna be good with 100 subscriptions. I'm gonna have to stack another code to have enough subscriptions to keep on adding here. Now it's pretty cool. You can add more projects here. You can add as many projects as you want. For example, I've created this one, which is the personal, and then I have the business one. You can see right there. And I can add another one for like home expenses, like, you know, lighting, internet, stuff like that. And you can add it there. So you can kind of keep track of really good things. And I think the user experience is fantastic in this sense. Now you can see right here, there's different type of views, like overall view right here, which is right now we're viewing monthly. If I click on it, I can view quarterly. I can view half a year, yearly, weekly, and again, monthly. I like to view it monthly, but you can check it out like that. But again, you can see the month right here. So, I mean, maybe quarterly would be better, half a year, or yearly, whatever. But one of the beauties about this is that you can actually see what you are paying. You're going to be amazed of how much you're spending. I mean, amazed in the sense that, hey, you know what, I need to cut expenses, or that you are good. Or in this case, where I'm looking at my business subscriptions, I keep on adding right now, but I feel like, you know what, I have so many lifetime deals that I've purchased that I'm saving on so many things that I don't need to pay with. So for example, I'm not paying for storage because I'm using Peak Cloud. I am using Wasabi, which is also storage, but I would have to pay another subscription also for another thing. I'm not paying for my BPS manager, which I have on a lifetime deal, and I have so many lifetime deals that there's several things that I'm not paying here. So it's pretty cool that you get to know all of this, like an overall view. That's super to view, that you just click on it and you view the information. It's pretty cool. And you get notified when you need to pay these things and keep track of everything. I mean, if you want to be successful in life, this is one of the things that you need to do. Keep track of your expenses. So there you go. This is SUBLY. And like I said before, I mean, if you're looking to do this free, you can do this with Google Sheet, with Aramid or by pen and pencil on a sheet. But I mean, if you want something professional that's easy with a great user experience and you have a great analytics for this, then this would be the way to go. Now, $29 is not much. And if you need to stack two, it's still, it's less than $60 to get this. But there you go. If you want to grab it, I will be leaving the link in the description. And that's a wrap.